Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm happy to see you here. I'll tell you quickly a story. Once I was searching internet, I was just not even searching, I was surfing internet, and I stumbled upon this video of this person who recorded just simple talk, and somehow that video, that specific talk, was exactly what I needed to hear. And I look at the date and I realized that video was posted 6 years ago. And I realized, oh my God, that person recorded a video 6 years ago in order for me to find it now, after 6 years. And I was so happy and so grateful for that person, for that video. So I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna share something with you, and it will be a right time and the right moment where you will discover this information and it will help you. So today I want to share a formula that I distilled through many tries and errors, and I was able to find this simple representation of success. And again, what is success? Success is when you are in the right place, where you feel that you are in the right place, because that is where happiness happened. You're vibrating in the right vibration, you're surrounded by right people, you are simply in the right place, and that's how it feels. So whatever thing you do in life, it doesn't even matter. This formula will be useful for anyone. And it goes like this. It says M plus B plus A equals a star, where M represents mind, B represents body, A represents your career, hobby, or anything that you do that brings you joy. And it equals a star, it's a success. What I mean by that, if every day or at any given period of time you concentrate simply on those three things, you will feel successful. I'll tell you how I implement that type of formula, and so hopefully you can implement it in yours. Every day I have to do something for my mind, which is I personally do a meditation. B is a body, and we all know what that is. If you eat healthy, you work out, you do some exercise. A crazy thing that if you don't know, every year you losing some mass of your muscles. It's crazy. So if you don't do anything, you constantly losing your muscles. So you have to work out, you have to exercise, actively doing something, so at least you don't lose it. So at least you stay even better if you can, of course, gain. And A, in my case, it's acting, since I'm an actor and an artist. So anything that relevant with my career, where I'm putting my attention. And it could be a small thing. Sometimes you wake up and you feel full of energy, and you do an hour of workout and you feel so great. And then you're sitting and you're like, oh, I don't know about meditation. Do 10 minutes, do 5 minutes, do 15 mindful breaths. Just sit down, physically putting your attention away from anything else, but put attention on your breath is exactly the practice I'm talking about. It's not about the productivity, it's not about that, it's about the mindset and training of your attention. And then you do something for your career or something that you would like to do. So for instance, many people are working 9 to 5, right? But what they really want to do, and they've been thinking about, they would like to write. They love writing stories, short stories, fiction, non-fiction. They just like to write, but they don't have time. They don't. So just say, okay, I'm gonna write in a paragraph. That is your A. In my case, it's acting, A. You could use W for writing, or you can use anything, but put attention every single day. As soon as you finish those three, you can give yourself a star. I literally give myself a little point. I created this like a digital point that it says point earned. And every time I achieve those three things, I give myself a point. And then when I look back at the week, which I'll do another video and where I would be talking about how you can keep track of your days, weeks, months, and years. I live in New York personally, but I know that as soon as you live in a world where, and especially nowadays where the social media and all of that just takes your attention, all of a sudden the week passed by and you're like, oh my God, a whole week, where did it go? I'll share my technique, what I do in order to keep track, so slow time down in order to enjoy the life. It's a simple technique, but as always, simple thing not always means easy to do. But once you start doing and implementing those simple steps, it becomes easier and easier. And by the way, let me know if you have any questions or you have any ideas or concerns, or maybe you're not sure about that. Maybe you think or maybe different techniques that you use. I would like to learn. I always like to grow and share ideas. Maybe you have your own formula that is very useful, or maybe you have, or let me know if you're already using some kind of version of this formula and how it works. What challenges do you face? And I'm very happy to listen, because remember, we don't listen enough in this world. Sometimes all you need to do is just find somebody who is willing to listen. I'm so curious about human beings as an actor, as an artist, that my philosophy, the way how I look at the world, I just don't judge. Tell you why. I'll try to explain what I mean and how my philosophy and the way I look at the world doesn't allow me to judge. Imagine I have a track where I am walking, and I'm walking on that track, and my concentration is to walk from this point to that point, and that's all I do. And there is another person who comes near me, and it comes to my attention or my world, and I'm looking at that person. It's like, oh my God, that's so amazing. So I'm asking, how are you doing? And the person says, well, I've been traveling from point A, which is over there, and I'm going over there. That's my point B, and it's been challenging but kind of fun. I'm very happy for that person. There's no way I can compare myself to that person, because all I can do is just be happy for that person, that it's walking, it finds its own challenges. All I can do, share my process. And if that person sees that a value in that, he takes it in. If not, I don't hold it. It's like, no, I just told you to go there, that way. Why didn't you listen to me? It's not our business at all. Same way, if the person comes to me and tells me where to go, I'm open. I'm like, well, first of all, now I know where you would go if you would be in my case, which is good, because I only can think of what I know. All of a sudden, I have an extra information, extra data. Thank you so much. So I'm grateful, and I'm moving forward. So there's no more judgment. So if you have anything that you would like to talk, I am happy to be your listener. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it about this. I've been using this for many years, and it seems very simple, but you know what? When you do it once, you feel good about it, you have that point. When you do it twice, you feel like, When you do it for a week, or a month, or a year, you realize that all that attention that you used to spend on everything else around you, but that is something that you always wanted to do, and you need this in order to have a clear mind, clear intention, and this, because that's your vessel. You need your body in order to move in a physical space. All of a sudden it becomes easier, and then it becomes fun to find out what can I do for each of those sections, those little tiny things. And then it becomes joyful. And once all those tasks full of joy and gratitude, the journey becomes easier and you're going in the right direction. And that's where the happiness happened. You become more healthy, you become more positive, you spread the joy, you become open and vulnerable, and then you become a listener for somebody else who may be struggling right now or doesn't know where to go, and all of a sudden you listen to it and you say, And then most importantly, if they come to you and they say like, I feel lost a little bit, what would you do in my situation? And then you say, well, I would do this or that. And that is the most valuable thing that we as human, as species, as luminous being can do to one another and to most importantly to ourselves. We are very connected, and I'll do another video about how connected we are. And in anything, you realize that everything is just a vibration. It appears to us solid, but it's not solid at all, constantly shifting back and forth. That means the possibility is endless, and you can achieve anything you want, literally anything you want. It doesn't mean, sometimes people say, yeah, Pavel, you know what? What do you mean? You're just sitting and you're thinking about? No, you're not sitting and thinking. You're sitting, you tune yourself, and then you do actions out of that tuned place. I'm trying to not do anything unless I sit down right before I do any kind of task and ask myself where I would like to go, where I would like to be, what I would like to do. I'm just sitting, closing my eyes, and I'm imagining that place. Like I use a Silva method. Do another video about Silva method, and that helped me to quit smoking, which was incredible. And I can share my experience, and hopefully you can benefit from it. Let me know, by the way, if any of you used Silva method before. I'm curious how to help you, or maybe it didn't help. Maybe you found some kind of challenges. I found many, so I'm gonna make another video where I will be talking specifically about that. But I close my eyes and I get in the present moment mind, and I see myself where I would like to be, what I would like to have. You imagine something, what do you want to do or be or get, and then you come back and you do those actions in order for instance, if I'm exercising, right before I go to exercise, I sit down and I imagine how I go there and I do all this exercise and how amazing it feels, and everybody around me feel the same way, and we're all together doing something great, and how amazing I feel after that, and I coming home with a smile and the sunshine on my face, and I feel great. And yeah, let me know if this was helpful, if you learned anything. If you can give me a thumbs up, I would really and highly appreciate. If you can subscribe to the channel, I'm going to be doing more of those videos. If you like my personality, subscribe. You will be surprised. Sometimes I'll be talking about cooking or loving your pets, or right now there's birds sitting in my balcony. And do you know what? It was a journey. And I was a person who did not really appreciate birds as much as I do now. And it's a journey, and I'll share it with you, and maybe you'll find the joy as well. It's incredible beings, and we can learn so much from them. But thank you so much. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and an amazing year. And I'll see you next time.